This program is brought to you by Emory University.
Birthright citizenship in the United States refers to the practice of awarding automatic citizenship upon birth within any of the 50 states of the United States. It was deemed necessary to put that in to overturn the Dred Scott decision. Dred Scott had held before the Civil War that persons of African descent, whether they were slave or free, could not be citizens. So to overturn that decision, it had to be put into the Constitution, and it was done so in a way that applied to all persons, not just the former slaves. It's become controversial in part because of a lot of angst over problems of immigration control. So to the extent that we have a large number of undocumented aliens living in the United States, and their children automatically become citizens when they're born here, the issue that is of concern to people is that there's really no control over who becomes citizens of the United States. The reason that's a myth is that the United States can and does deport parents of U.S. citizen children if they themselves are undocumented. And often, if the child is a minor, they are deported with the parents. They have a right to return at any point, but it is not an automatic anchor for the parents. It's a very difficult process because 2/3 of both houses of Congress must approve it, and then ratification following that by 3/4 of the states. And our most recent experience is probably the failed Equal Rights Amendment in the 70s, which failed by ratification by one state. If in fact we do have a large number of undocumented aliens living here who've lived here for a long time, if we change the rule, what we are creating is a permanent caste of persons who live their entire lives in this country and yet cannot be U.S. citizens. It seems to me that that's a fundamental principle of justice, and it was enshrined in the 14th Amendment for a reason. So to reject it, in my view, is to reject the legacy of the Civil War. It's to reject the legacy of a welcoming community and the idea that all citizens are equal.
The preceding program is copyrighted by Emory University.